Wel, Mick Antoniw dwi, aelod Cynulliad Gymraeg yn Gaerdydd. Mick Antoniw, a member of the Welsh Assembly based in Cardiff Bay. Yeah, I mean, what's really helpful is seeing what is being done to develop cooperatives and different types of collective ownership of whether it be businesses or services in different parts of the United Kingdom, what Scotland is doing, what Northern Ireland is doing, and equally so exchanging ideas and learning. So, I mean, I've learned a lot of interesting things about what's been happening with housing and some public services and with businesses. And I think that sharing of ideas is absolutely vital. It's the whole purpose to coming up here and meeting. It's been a very, very useful day. I think actually learning how the different, for example, how the Scottish Parliament is looking at cooperatives, how you actually fund it, how you actually fund levels of support, and how you actually include cooperativism and mutualism within business development and offer different options. So very interested in some of the ideas on ownership succession, for example. So when people want to step out of businesses, how there might be opportunities into turning those into cooperatives, allowing employees to buy in. So seeing that there are examples of work going on there, I think is something I'd not thought about, and I'm very interested to take back to Wales now. Well, one of the things we want to happen is to pull together all the different things that are happening across different ministerial portfolios on cooperativism. So work that's going on in transport, work that's going on in housing, work that's going on in finance, all these different areas of development of cooperatives. We actually really want to see a minister who will have responsibility for promoting cooperatives, but also pulling together all the different initiatives that are taking place so that we have a more strategic and more effective approach to the development of cooperatives, because we see that as the future model for a lot of ownership of services and businesses for the future. Well, the cross-party group represents all four political parties in Wales. So it's the Lib Dems, Plaid Cymru, the Welsh Conservatives and Welsh Labour. And there was a lot of common ground on cooperatives. It was set up at the beginning of the Assembly, and one of the reasons around it was particularly interest in what was happening on rail, the rail franchise, the issue of possible public ownership of rail or a different model of ownership of transport, but then also looking at what's happening in agriculture and within business. So it was a way of pulling together all those elements, but also providing a basis for sharing experiences then with Northern Ireland, with Scotland, but also with England as well. And there are a lot of interesting things that are happening. So it's a way of exploring ideas, understanding what is happening within your own backyard in terms of cooperative development, and then seeing how we can then actually translate that into greater support from governmental bodies into the promotion and development of cooperatives, what sort of support those cooperatives actually need. The group has certainly raised awareness. It has certainly contributed, I think, to pressure on the Welsh Government to actually have a commission to explore the issue of cooperative development, which has produced some very, very serious recommendations. And I'm sure there will be a new cross-party group after the next set of elections that will actually want to see the recommendations from our own Cooperative and Mutuals Commission put into practice in government policy. I think the other thing it will have an impact on is I think it will have influenced also all the political party manifestos, that is making the political parties think about the issue of cooperatives and what ideas they have themselves to promote cooperativism